Welcome back to Sailing and Adventures with Sam and Adam, and join us on this special episode of the Carnival Pride Full Ship Tour.
Take note of the deck map at the bottom of your screen, and the red dot will show you where we're at as we take the tour.
We're starting the tour on the Riviera deck, which is deck 1. We're going to head into the Butterflies Lounge, where they have the Punchliner Comedy Club, as well as various other activities during the cruise. The Butterflies Lounge is a fairly small room, so especially for the Punchliner comedy shows, get there early because it fills up fast.
The Carnival Pride is a Spirit class ship launched in 2001, weighing in at 88,500 gross tons. Other than the Butterflies Lounge, there's really nothing else on this floor other than rooms. Let's head upstairs to deck 2 to the Promenade deck. Say it either way, both are acceptable. And see what's going on up here.
The first stop is the Taj Mahal Theater, which is the main theater aboard the Pride. The Taj Mahal is 3 stories high. Here you'll find many of the main production shows, bingo, as well as other activities.
Next up, we'll find the Carnival shop.
To the left, we have the Piazza Cafe, and one of the favorite spots, especially in the mornings, is the Java Blue Cafe.
Now, the Carnival Pride is a smaller ship. As I said before, it's 88,500 gross tons, but it only holds 2,134 passengers and 930 crew.
Around the corner here, we have the Red Frog Pub. In addition to being a bar, there's also some games such as shuffleboard, board games, ring toss. They have some activities in here throughout the day, trivia sometimes, and we went to crafts here a few times in the morning.
And right next to the Red Frog Pub is the Heroes Tribute Bar. Now, this bar used to be the Skybox Sports Bar, and you can still come in here and watch the sports games and everything. And it's right next to the casino, so there's easy access to that. Now, the Spirit class ships are one of our favorite class of ships. Why? Because they are smaller, they're easy to navigate, and there's less people. Let's head back out to the Piazza Cafe and further towards the back of the ship.
Next up, we're going to head into the casino. Here you'll find many different slot machines as well as various table games. Here to the right, there used to be a bar, but they've now replaced it and have now put in more slot machines.
Just after the casino and before the atrium, on the left hand side is Bonsai Sushi, which is one of the pay restaurants on the Carnival Pride.
If we head to the right through the center elevator bank, we come to the Carnival Adventures desk. Here you can book excursions for the various ports during your cruise.
And here we are at the Renaissance Atrium. We can also find guest services just outside the atrium.
And here's the Dream Studio, where you can book a sitting with a photographer for a more in depth experience than just the backdrops that they have during the various evenings.
And next up, we have the Alchemy Bar. Now, here is where they make the foofy drinks, I call it, or the fancy drinks, ones that have smoke infused and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Next up is the Beauties nightclub. This used to be 2 stories, but they've recently changed it and only made it one. In the evenings, this is an over 21 dance club.
And here we are at the aft elevator bank and stairs, just outside the Normandy restaurant. The Normandy restaurant is also known as the main dining room, and it is 2 stories. This is where you come for your regular dinner meals, brunches. Sometimes they have a tea time. So check your fun times for that.
And now we're at the Atlantic deck on deck 3 at the aft of the ship. Here you'll find the other entrance to the main dining room.
Now, on the Atlantic deck, there's an outside walk the whole way around the ship except for the very front, where you have to cut through the center of the ship. So there's doors here that take you right outside. It was a little rainy this morning, so I didn't go out.
Now let's start walking towards the front of the ship. To the right we have the Raphael Lounge along with the bar, and here to the left, in this room, they usually have the art auctions. Now we have Pixels. This is where all of the photos are that they take during the week. The Pride hasn't switched yet to the digital photos, so they're actually printed out and placed in the stands to the right.
And we're back to the atrium. And here we are at the midship elevators.
Next up, we have all of the shops. The shop to the right here is mainly the apparel, souvenirs, kids' toys, stuffed animals. They also have some sundries, and it's attached to the section that has the alcohol and tobacco for purchase. The shops here on the left is Effie. So this is all of your duty-free jewelry, purses, handbags, watches, whole bunch of stuff.
You can't forget cherry on top. Now this is where you can get all the candy. And now we have the upper promenade sitting area.
And here we have the Ivory Piano Bar. There's some pretty fun sing-alongs here in the evening.
And then we have the warehouse, which is the arcade. And here's the front doors to take you out to that deck.
And here we have the doors to the second level of the Taj Mahal Theater, as well as the hallway of the Sunset Garden. This loops the entire way around the front of the ship and brings you to the other side.
Now this front staircase will take you up to the kids' clubs. Alright, and that's the lower decks. There's nothing other than rooms on deck 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we're going to hop in the elevator and take it for a ride the whole way up to deck 9, which is Lido.
Here we are at Deck 9 Lido. Here we have the Cloud 9 Spa, Salon, and the Fitness Center.
And as we go outside, we find our freshly weather washed Lido deck. Out here you have ping pong tables, you have a hot tub and a pool, and then we'll just continue on towards the back of the ship.
Okay, we were just at the Apollo pool. We're heading over to the Venus pool. Here we have the Blue Iguana bar. The other side, we have the Red Frog rum bar.
And right here is our towel hut. This is where you can come and get fresh towels and drop off dirty towels, all with your sail and sign card.
And here's that Red Frog rum bar that I mentioned. To note, this side of the ship is the smoking side of the ship.
And next up, one of our favorites, Guy's Burger Joint. This is where you can get fresh burgers made, and they have a toppings bar and you can load them all up. Very, very good.
Oh look, all the tally animals came out today.
That's pretty cool.
I thought it was pretty neat that they do this.
And then we have the Blue Iguana Cantina and the ice cream machine.
And here we have the Mermaid's Grill. This is where they have the buffet of food, in addition to the deli and the pizza.
Oh, let's not rush ahead and take a sneak peek at the steakhouse. Now, this was early in the morning, so the buffet wasn't open yet, but they do have a continental style breakfast that opens up usually between 6 and 6:30, and then you can always come up and get a cup of coffee or some juices, get your plate loaded before you get your second plate loaded with food.
And here we are at the aft of the Lido deck. This is the Serenity area, which is the adults only area. There's a pool out here, a bar, and some pretty comfortable seating.
And you can't beat the best view, aka Wake View. You can see where you came from. Now on the Serenity deck, it is usually pretty serene back here, but sometimes people talk a little bit too loud in their clamshells. We call that clamshell chatter.
Oh, I thought we were leaving the dad jokes out of this ship tour.
Nope, never. Alright, let's head up to deck 10, the sun deck.
And here's the exit of the water slide. To actually get to the water slide, you have to go up one more deck and then climb a set of stairs.
This is known as a Farkas funnel, or
A whale tail.
Alright, let's pop inside here and check out the steakhouse.
And here we have the steakhouse, Fahrenheit 555. This is an upcharge restaurant.
And one of the traits of the Spirit class Carnival ships is the funnel with the rose quartz glass. Turns everything pink in the steakhouse and in the atrium. Alright, so we didn't mention it, but above the Venus pool here, you can see that there's a dome, and they can slide this closed when the weather gets bad or gets cold, so you can still use the pool area, but it gets quite hot in there pretty quick.
Let's wrap around the front and take a peek into the fitness center. All right, let's head up to deck 11, the sports deck.
Now up here you'll find a small jogging track, miniature golf, and a basketball court. Now, there's one thing I gotta say about miniature golf on a cruise ship. Actually, no, I have many. One, on Carnival, they have foam golf balls that do not putt like regular golf balls. Two, if you're gonna play miniature golf, you need to do it while you're at port, because while you're sailing, it is very windy. So take the wind plus the foam golf ball. You're not playing miniature golf. You're kind of playing hockey against the wind.
All right, we're going to head back down to deck 10 and then to the back of the ship and go back up to deck 11, which is also the sports deck.
And up here is where you find all of Sam's friends.
What do I say? It's a good place to hang out.
It is. It's a great place to catch sun, and there's usually nobody up here. And the wind is really strong up here. And it's got a good look at the funnel.
Okay, we're heading down underneath the slides. There's two different ones on the Pride. One, the yellow twisty slide, and the green one is the drop slide. And here's Carnival Waterworks.
Alrighty, and that's the Carnival Pride deck by deck.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe.